Thanks for having me. If we think about this pandemic and its effect on the industrial sector, the whole supply chain has been interrupted in a way that the world have not been witnessing in the past, and it just shows how fragile some of the systems are. In the manufacturing, of course, on one hand, we definitely need certain capabilities in terms of food, medicine, and normal supplies to continue to be delivered and to be available for citizens. But at the same time, also, we have the challenge of being distant and being able to take the right precautions to ensure that people are safe. So if I look at the policies that the government of Saudi Arabia has adopted in the beginning, it has focused on really bringing the safety of its citizens and people who are within the country at the forefront. And it was created a challenge for us, managing the sector of how we can actually deal with trying to accommodate the lockdown, but at the same time also ensure that markets are sufficiently supplied with the products they need. So this is something that we have never witnessed before. I think that the whole world have not witnessed before, but it is a demonstration of how things could actually come about to create a crisis of this magnitude. We need to deal with the daily decisions of how to arrange all the activities, but at the same time think also forward what is going to happen going forward. If we look at the supply chain disruption that has been happening with the pandemic, it just also shows the challenges that we face. The overall probably dynamics of efficiency is under question, and we will see definitely going forward so many things going to be changing. The other part of also dealing with the pandemic is how the government is supporting the private sector. It is very difficult times. We all understand the difficulties that economies are facing and private sector. The way we have managed to deal with this in Saudi Arabia is really through creating the right probably governance structure to address different needs of the private sector in a timely fashion. And then we started in the beginning, probably the first wave was to address the most important difficulty that was evident, which is the cash flow. Cash flows has been disrupted in the system, and therefore we had to step in. We had to start creating different initiatives that dealt with cash flow difficulties. So from government entities like SIDF, which is the industrial bank, to private also banks, to ensure that there is relief on that side. And then the second wave was really to look at ensuring that people kept their jobs, and then the government also supported the salaries for different private sector entities. So that combination of stimulus programs have helped the country really to at least go and pass the first difficulty of this pandemic. Definitely travel and aviation are the one of, if not the biggest sectors that have been affected, and I'm sure that with time we will see that the recovery will be a long time. These sectors are going to take probably longer than others, and we will see different, of course, things changing in the whole dynamics of the travel and in fact the bigger logistic operation. I also believe that it is going to create new norms, even for global trade, for supply chain, and for different manufacturing, even operation. This also pandemic is going to push us probably much faster than we thought to adapt new technologies. Today, with even in terms of how we conduct business and the virtual meetings and working from distance from home, this is bringing us to be more comfortable with new norms of doing business. But also, I can see it is going to shift us in a much probably faster way than we ever thought to adapt new technology in the manufacturing, such as new Industry 4.0 and artificial intelligence, 3D printing, and so on. For me, really, as a industry minister, that's a great opportunity, because that saves me a lot of time. We believe in Saudi Arabia that one of the most important waves that we can actually create leapfrogs in the industrial sector is actually to adopt new waves of industrial revolution. We believe it is an opportunity for us to introduce these technologies. We have what it takes in terms of financial resources, in terms of setting the direction, but most importantly is really the required talent as a result of our mixture of demographics. We have a lot of young people who are well educated and will be able to accommodate these technologies, and also it's a venue for them or avenue for them to enter into the industrial sector through these technologies. And thanks again for having me.